This is the moment Metallica stopped sounding young. They started sounding deep. And the way it moves from B minor to A minor is both absolute genius and almost stupidly simple. Key center, B minor, and from the very first note, Kirk Hammett tells you exactly that. If you are new here, welcome my friend. I am Riccardo and I'm here to help you grow as a guitar player and musician. I mainly teach rock, metal and shred guitar. If you are interested in these guitar styles, feel free to subscribe to the channel. For today's video, I'm using my 93 Gibson SG, the Red 7 Leviathan preamp and the Dario strings. This lesson comes from checking both the official songbook, studio and live footage and my own personal transcriptions. Today we run Ride the Lightning 1984. This is the first solo of Fade to Black. The solo opens with a pure B minor triad. Notes of the B minor triad are B, D, F sharp, and the notes here are exactly B, D, F sharp. He's not just starting melodically, he's stating the harmony. And this is where the real lesson begins. Throughout the very first 20 seconds, every phrase starts on a target note, resolves on a target note, and uses passing tones in between. Underneath, the chord progression is B minor, A major, B minor again, A major again, first inversion. Everything is perfectly tonal. He uses chord tones, root, minor third, fifth, seventh, and extensions like 9th, 11th and 13th. But the important thing is this, he never loses harmonic gravity. That's why it sounds melodic and not like a scale. That's very good phrasing, my friends. The first section lives around 7th, 9th position, this area of the fretboard. That's a warm register, a vocal range. Then it shifts up to 14th position. And this is, at the same time, pure storytelling and the most technical moment in this solo. We arrive to this high B, 19th fret, first strings, which is 2 octaves above the starting point. He plays a fast descending B minor arpeggio. Pay attention to the right hand. Pretty challenging, because the majority of the notes are played with the alternate picking. We have just one legato, one pull-off here, from G to F sharp. So let me show you again, super slow. What I do here to simplify the whole thing and to play it more naturally, at least for my own right hand technique, is to apply a sort of mini sweep picking here. The very first 2 notes are down, down. Do you see? And then the highest B is an upstroke. And then we have another mini sweep here on these 2 notes. Those are up, up. So it's down, down, up, down, up, up. So the next segment is G to F sharp, pull off, and then up, up. Everything else is just alternate picking, down, up, down, up. Then we have another interesting bending. The landing note of this phrase is B, 16th fret, 3rd string, and then we have a bending on the same note but starting a whole step down from A to B. I recommend to bend the string in this direction. I always pull the string in that direction when I have to bend with my index finger, because you have way more control and strength. Then we have other melodic phrases. That's just the B minor scale. Then we have C sharp, D, C sharp, and then we go higher, B, A, G. This G is pretty interesting to me because in this moment the chord is A major, and Kirk in this very point leans on the minor 7, G over A. Then we go into the last section. Mainly target notes, F sharp, D, B. Notice that the longest notes are always chord tones. Then, different ending. Now the note is A. That fits the harmony way better. Then, that's the ending melody before the last part. Now we reach the most harmonically interesting point. Underneath, something shifts. We have now the genius / stupidly easy key change I was talking about earlier in the video. Now we move through F natural, F6 to be precise, then E major first inversion, E major second inversion, then E dominant, A minor. That's the genius key change here. In this way, the song shifts from the B minor key to the A minor key in a very, very beautiful way. It's very important that the last chord before the A minor is the E dominant. E dominant to A minor is the classic, perfect resolution, fifth to root. That's a very classical music move. And here is the important historical detail. At the time, James Hetfield had written both the B minor and the A minor parts. The opening arpeggio and the A minor section. He, at the time, was not able to lean from the B minor key to the A minor key naturally. These two sections just didn't connect. Cliff Burton, with his classical background, created this harmonic bridge that makes the modulation work. So that genius connecting movement, that's Cliff. Now here's the irony. After this super interesting and sophisticated harmonic movement, what does Kirk Hammett play? An A natural minor scale, played as it is, just like if it was straight out of a music textbook. That's incredible. He plays just the notes of the scale. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. This is the stupidly simple part I was talking about. On paper, it's academic and it's almost an exercise, something you learn when you don't know a scale. But harmonically, it's just perfect. So there is some genius even in this part. Because even here, he is targeting the notes. He is landing correctly on the E dominant chord and resolving cleanly into A minor. And the last note of this solo on the A minor chord is A, the root, the tonic, 17th fret, first string. It's simple, but it's played exactly where it needs to be, and that's why it works. This solo is not powerful because it's complex. It's powerful because it understands the harmony, tonal clarity, target notes, storytelling, and a modulation that should not feel this natural, but it does. And that's why, 40 years later, it still sounds mature and interesting, and it's totally worth to be learned. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like this lesson, feel free to leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, just reach out. I am Riccardo, and I'll see you next week with a new lesson. Bye!